What's happening, troops? Back again with the Talkin Pish podcast. We're your hosts, Liam, Heidi, and Sophie.
Hello!
Oh my days, is that Sophie?
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Who are you?
Surprise! Shawty!
I like how we say that, and none of us have been here since. I think we were just saying me.
Yeah, I've been dead. These guys are
Whoa!
dead. No, I'm joking.
Who resusced you?
I don't
Kids
know.
alive.
The surgeon, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had my jaw surgery, then it's successful. Can't still speak properly, but it's fine. That's what it is.
When's the win?
Can you say chicken again?
Chatting.
No, I'm not selling you ching, right?
And Liam's been at the football.
Yes.
Germany, that's it.
How was it? Any...
Well,
Actually,
Germany was good, the football was shit.
Football was shit. I was going to say, you got any stories for us, but it's probably best you don't tell them.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
None
None for public ears.
Nah, I got my pal whipped by a stripper. But I'm not going to go into that, but the overall is we got our pal whipped by a stripper.
Brilliant. In the street?
No.
Oh, okay.
In the club, I became a bouncer to a brothel. Not a legit one, but I became a fake bouncer to a brothel.
Right, okay, we'll leave that there. I've got a lot of questions after.
Let us know if you want to hear a podcast just on Liam's stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
Story time.
Story time with Liam before you abandon us.
Episode.
I can still upload story time, just a random podcast.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually. So, what have you been up to? Sorry,
Me,
we've
I've
been talking
done,
about ourselves here.
No, yeah, because I've done fuck all.
Because Heidi lives in a house.
I think we were meant to do a podcast and I was ill.
Yeah,
And then,
bless.
yeah, bless.
God rest your soul.
What a shame. And I'm actually very sad right now because my one thing that I did have planned didn't go to plan and I'm not there. And I'm here.
I know.
And I'm raging. I'm
She's
literally,
raging.
of all the things, you couldn't make it up, could you?
Nope.
You couldn't make it up. And I was like, see if Lewis Hamilton wins today, I'm jumping out a window. And everyone's like, well, what, like, we get to the last couple
So you lie, so you're a liar.
And everyone's like, well, what window are you jumping out? And I'm like, maybe the bottom floor one.
I'll open one of these ones.
Sophie, man.
Sorry.
Jeez.
I'm
You've
joking.
just said her
I'm
full
joking.
name.
You couldn't hear it. I said me.
Yeah.
It's fine, it's all over
See when
our
she gets
it's all over our
indebted
socials
with it.
anyway.
Yeah, literally my full name's my socials, so.
Yeah.
Slay.
But,
Okay, sorry.
It's
Take
giving.
that out. It's giving.
It's giving.
Stopped.
I need to influencer there, but that's definitely not the case.
Don't cry, Jesus. Okay.
My mum actually thought I was going to cry with Lewis Hamilton earlier. She was like, my mum's like, are you going to cry? I feel like it. For like 2.5 years, which, you know.
I've got the echo when Lewis start crying, don't you start.
No. Came what? See,
For Sophie not liking Lewis.
I know. I'm saying this. I was saving it for the podcast. I'm actually really happy one.
Look at us.
I know. Look at us.
Oh,
It's
I never
gross.
said I wasn't happy that he won.
No one's saying that.
You said
but-
it was the ick when he cried. And I mean,
Yeah.
but you got to remember, you know, I would fucking cry if I was in that position. Like 2.5 years, his last race win was Saudi Arabia before the whole kind of Abu
Okay.
Dhabi situation.
That's the blue pill, the red pill. He's the most successful F1 driver ever.
I know, but with everything being said about him at the moment, like, and everyone's saying that, well, you know, and especially the first year, him against George, yes, he did better last year, but yes, he's doing worse this year. Do you know, it is a moment that he probably maybe thought he would never get a race win again. There's a reason he's going to Ferrari, maybe thinking Mercedes weren't going to give it, and now they have, and he's like, well, what the fuck do I do?
They're given wins.
Oh, we should have said for Mercedes, it's going to be George and Lewis.
I know, Lewis is tearing up the contract saying, you know, I'm going to stay where I am. Car's giving at the moment.
Yeah. I actually changed my mind. James Allison's back and I don't want to leave.
I know. Oh,
And Bono cried as well.
I know.
Bless.
Oh, that got my heartstrings.
I'm so sad for them
I
splitting
do have a
up.
heart, Liam.
I turned it off by that point.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Shock.
Wow.
Wow.
But over the last few races, we've not done a podcast and the races have been giving.
They have been really giving. I think it's a sign.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Right guys, you're listening to the last episode.
We'll see how hungry goes. But like, honestly, Austria I thought was going to be not great.
Yeah.
There was a point where Max was like 8 seconds ahead and I was like, oh, here we go.
This is going to be absolutely awful. But
And it wasn't.
it wasn't. It gave.
It's giving.
It's giving. It happened. It was drama.
Liam's looking
Yous
really.
have definitely been to Taylor Swift. It's annoying me.
How's that Taylor Swift?
I was going to say, yeah, actually. That is your update. Went to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
He did something. No, actually, seen Paramore. That's the better claim.
But like,
yeah.
Liam seems a bit sad. Come on, hit us. Why
Yeah, why are you
you're
sad,
not really
Liam?
giving. You're
energy.
happy that we've got. Maybe it's because he's a Max fan. But he's not happy. Max Verstappen hasn't won in a few races.
I actually don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
This is the second race I've actually watched all season.
Nice.
First
Oh,
one was
wow.
Miami.
This has been
and that's because
like-
Heidi forced me to watch it.
Absolutely.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You could have left at any point.
The door was
The door was
slightly
open.
unlocked.
The door was open.
The door was open. It was a good race. I think the problem was every time you could go, something like the safety car went out. It was a good start, and then the safety car came out, and Lando was in the lead, and we were like, Max is going to get him, Max is going to get him, and then Max didn't get him.
To be fair, I was like, overall from today, I was like, we've had more race leaders today than we've had in the last, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
So
50
long.
Grand Prix.
All three British drivers.
Had the lead at one point. That was amazing.
Yeah. Did Max have the lead at one point? No.
Yeah.
No, it was Piastri. Max never led.
Piastri.
Because Max was like one of the first to pit.
I thought Max did have him at one point because Max was fighting Lewis. Remember the old rivals? They were talking
No,
about
I'm
that.
pretty sure George was still in front.
Oh, I'm confused. That
Max never.
No, yeah, Max wasn't.
Oh, alright, fair.
Max, I don't think was close to Lewis.
Did you watch the race?
No, I did. That's what I mean. But there was that many fucking race leaders. We only normally have two.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
And that's
it was
normally
very
because Max
confusing.
pits.
Yeah.
What was your favourite moment
I would
of
say
the season? You could even say cause
of the season.
Or well, I mean,
We're
this
not
is
at that
my
point yet.
Okay, right. Okay.
We're not
well,
at that point
I
yet.
just okay.
Calm
Of the
down.
race, over the last few
down.
races, because we've not been here, so I don't want to take away. But if you have a favourite moment over the last few races,
I would probably say from today, it was just that moment where it started to rain. The McLarens all of a sudden looked really quick. Like
Very good.
Max just looked comfortably in third, and all of a sudden Lando went, "Oh yeah, I'm quick."
Yeah.
And then Piastri went, "Oh yeah, I'm quick as well."
Yeah.
And then Max went, "Wait, I'm still quick." And then
Yeah.
the Mercedes were like, "We're not quick." You mean, and everyone was just back to forth because it was
Everyone
like
was
Zach.
even.
They'd been on
Yeah.
the radio to Zach, like the commentators, and they were going. And Zach's like, "Yeah, we can see where they all are," and I'm going, "He's just trying to be positive here, like he
Yeah.
doesn't think." And the next thing you know, McLaren had the 1-2, and I'm going,
Oh my god.
"What the fuck's just happened
my
here?"
God.
So yeah, like I'd probably say that's one of my favourite moments from the last few weeks, just because it genuinely was excitement.
Yeah. There was actual racing.
It was actual race excitement. Like we
Yeah.
actually had overtakes.
Yeah. And I feel like after like the drought of last season, these sort of moments are like, oh my god, this is getting good again. This is amazing. Like things are changing.
It might not be like the championship battle like Max and Lewis was.
No.
But, you know, just that idea of, and Crofty said it as well, we had a 6-car race. Like it could have
Yeah.
been.
Absolutely. Like Carlos was in there. I think as well, like because I started looking through our initial season kind of predictions.
Oh, here we go. I'm
Just
getting
briefly,
chucked
no.
royally into
Like,
the bus here.
honestly,
about
like
it.
I just looked at the race win stuff because I was like, we are now mid-season. I think we've got Hungary, and then we go off for the season break.
Yes,
Is that right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
So I was like, well, we need to get ready for our mid-season review.
Yeah, woo.
And I was just flicking through, and the one that came up was the race win prediction. And Liam had predicted one race winner. It was going to be Max Verstappen. Had Max Verstappen
Here, I'm only 5
DNF'd,
off.
then it was somebody else.
I'm only 5 off. That's not bad.
I
Yeah.
know. So close.
I think yours was kind of mixed because you gave like sprint race and race winners. I think you said
mine's
4.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 or 5. I think mine's was.
I think yours was 4 because then we had 5 and I predicted 6 and I said at the end, and my one biased one is Lewis Hamilton. And, but I didn't predict George
Interesting.
Russell. I predicted Oscar Piastri instead of, and I also predicted Sergio Perez. What the fuck is
What
going
the
on
fuck?
there?
I predicted Sergio Perez
Yeah,
as
well,
well.
Hungary's still to come.
Hungary is still to come.
He could make and break yours.
Baku, he's normally good
Yeah.
around Baku.
Baku's been and gone.
Baku's not been and gone.
Is it not?
Baku's August this
Yeah,
year. August,
come on.
September this year.
I've
Yeah,
read
I
that.
know. It's late this year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
'Cause normally it's Monza then
Wait.
Singapore.
Sophie, sorry, was your favourite moment the same as Liam's? Did you
Oh
say?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 100%.
Mine was obviously Lewis crossing the line because I'm
Well,
biased.
there's that too. But...
I'm not gonna lie. See when
I was so
Max
nervous.
was on the hunt and he took Lando, I was like, right, clean air.
Yeah,
Let's
Heidi
go.
and Tears.
I was like, come on.
Let's fucking go. I was honestly,
Okay,
I
let's go.
I couldn't tell you the last time it was the 2021 season. I was on my feet. I was like, oh my, I couldn't sit down. Me and my dad were like stood up jumping around, and Hannah's raging because Hannah fucking hates Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hates him. And she kept trying to jinx him. She kept saying stuff like, oh, he's got it. And I'm like, shut up. Stop jinxing him. And I was nervous. But overall, just like as a whole, the last few races have been such a big difference.
Such an actual joy and an actual enjoyment to watch F1 again.
I'm enjoying watching F1. And it's not a slate to Max Verstappen in last year because it's
No.
not like he's done something bad. Like, he's done everything right. But in reality,
it was just boring to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you think this is...
The downfall of Red Bull.
Do you think this is... we're getting these races because McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari have stepped their game up?
Yeah.
Or do you think Red Bull are struggling?
I think
it's a combination of both, in my opinion. I think McLaren have definitely taken a step in the right direction. Ferrari obviously have. Merck are now improving, and the last couple of races proved that they can be competitive. But I feel like Red Bull just haven't hit the nail on the head of what they wanted to do. I think they could do better. But I just think the whole drama has kind of like dragged Red Bull down a little bit, and they're sort of dealing with the backlog of that, and they're just
Whatever
in a
internal
run.
is going
on. I think there's a lot of stuff going on, like within Red Bull itself, and I just think it's now starting to show from the outside that things aren't going the way that they want it to and expect it to.
See, but this is my theory of it is obviously the drama started at the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Red Bull were still relatively dominant at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Adrian Newey he's not allowed to do anything technical with the car.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, I wonder if Max would give his feedback, okay, the car's doing this.
Yeah.
And Adrian Newey would go, right, we need to change wing angle here, do this, do that. Yeah. Whereas now Max could be giving his feedback and the engineers are going,
oh,
right, we'll change wing angle, blah, blah, and it's not reaching that because we all know, like, Adrian Newey creates such like a perfectly like the RB20 is a perfectly balanced car with regards to aerodynamics. But now they don't have the person to actually tweak it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've spoke about that a lot of work, like that sort of kind of thing of like Adrian Newey's gone, something's gone wrong. And the one that reminds me, I think it was Turkey 2020. There was a race Adrian Newey missed, and I've said it before, so I'll not repeat myself too much, but there was a race he missed and Red Bull went backwards. It was maybe in 2021 actually in the race, like in the actual competitive season. And then he came back the next race and he was like, you've not done this, we need to fix this. And Red Bull were back up there. But I thought that was like the Mercedes big step, but Red Bull, but it was Newey. So I'm with you there. I do think there's a big impact of Newey, and seemingly after summer he's not there at all. Yeah. That's what the Ted was saying. Was that last week?
Yeah.
In his notebook I was watching, and he was like, I will see how they get on after there is no more Newey. So it might even be a bigger impact when Newey's not even allowed in the strategy or whatever. But I think rather than McLaren and Mercedes are making massive increases, I think Red Bull aren't making as consistent like improvements as they have. I think they have gone backwards.
Yeah.
Rather, because we're not getting like lap records set.
No.
We're not getting new lap. And I know that because the old cars will not do that as easily. But there is, like, say, Barcelona. That could have been a new track record set, but I don't think we did.
No.
So I don't think I think Red Bull have stagnated and are struggling. Because they were meant to bring another upgrade this week. I saw at the start of the week because I was like, oh, here we go again. It was like, we're going to bring big performance increases. It's like, sure, okay, we're back to normality. And we weren't. And like, there was one point I was watching Max and Lando, and you watched, and Max didn't look like he was on rails. Lando looked like he was on rails through the high speeds, like Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, it was in that period where it was that sort of dry to wet crossover, and Lando was behind Lewis. coming into the first corner, the last corner, and Lewis put the foot down and Lando put the foot down, and the gap just shrunk instantaneously, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
Lando has got so much grip.
Yeah.
You think that's why he chewed through his softs, though? That Lewis actually had tyre, like, so they said
The
Bono and
McLaren
him,
does work. Its
Its
tyres are
tyres
a
more.
lot heavier, and that's where I think that cross weather really suits them, is because they can apply like more pressure on the tyre and gain that grip, gain that heat.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
sorry, I just realised the TV remote was here, and I was like, what the hell's the TV remote doing there? I put it there.
Oh, did you? So there's nothing there.
No, and I think because Bono said that they had worked out to tyre save, so that's why they knew Lewis would make it to the end and be absolutely fine. And they were like, well, Ted was like, well, you could have told everybody else because wouldn't have kept us on the edge of our seats, knowing that he had the tyre to go to the end. And I wondered if that was the difference between Lando had like harder working, like you say,
Yeah,
McLaren is
more
harder,
energy going through
keeps
the tyre,
energy,
yeah.
keeps the warmth, but is also just eating through his softs a bit more.
Yeah. He picked the wrong time, picked the wrong battle. I think.
Yeah, and on that, Lando Norris did amazing at Miami. Is he
Yeah.
so too desperate? Is the way I'm going to put it. He's coming across very desperate to continue to win.
I think when he's had that first taste of a win and first taste of success, he's like, this is what I want to feel all the time. I want to keep going with this. So I think that's why he's been a bit more aggressive,
I think he
trying
doesn't.
to control the strategy.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to turn into a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what we've had with, like, obviously we understand like Gasly winning was like massively out of the blue, and nobody expects like Gasly and Alpine to now be going on
Kick
to
on.
win.
Yeah.
We've had Daniel Ricciardo and a McLaren. We've had these great stories, but I don't think Lando wants.
Lando wants to be, and he will be. Like, there's no doubt about it. I think. I'm
Stop
interested.
jinxing him.
Don't
I'm
bloody
interested because
jinx him.
I'm kind of like I'm impartial because I like Lando. I like Max probably the same amount, right? What did you make of Austria? Because your favourite driver's Lando, your favourite driver's Max, pretty much. Like, I know you like Danny Rick, but
Yeah.
let's say Max. Like, what is your opinions on the Austria collision?
I do think it was 50-50 at fault, but I do think the stewards could have come in sooner because obviously Max moved under braking twice.
For the actual
So-
incident, you think 50-50?
Yeah, because they both went to be aggressive, and maybe Lando should have anticipated Max to move over to defend it, but he was under braking, shouldn't have done it.
Second movement.
Yeah, see,
So,
for the actual incident, I agree with that. Like, Lando had underbraked himself a few times, and I think Lando should have realised, from Lando's perspective, he needs to realise that underbraking all the time, like, it might work here and there, or being very calculated, it can work. Like, we've seen Danny Rick do it, things like that.
yeah.
From Max's perspective of that, he's probably gone, you're not underbraking again. I'm not, like, you're not getting the room again.
Yeah.
But then from Max's perspective, you need to give a car a car's width. So that's where I think it's a very crossover bit, and I agree with Sophie that if the stewards came in earlier and, like,
Nipped it.
almost like gave them, like, the slap on the wrist and said, stop it.
Yeah.
Right?
Lando.
Well, like, to Max as well. Like, the...
He
Well,
was double moving.
yeah, because was
Yeah.
it... I don't think... Technically, by the rulebook, Lando's not done anything
Anything
wrong.
wrong.
You mean, he's kept his car on track, blah, blah.
I
But then the
think
previous 2 laps, Max has moved, and then obviously broke again, things like that, and then kept moving under braking. Like, he's done that the previous 2 laps. Like, surely Lando knows, well, he's done that twice. He's going to keep doing it until somebody says, mate, you need to stop doing that. So I think Lando could have anticipated it better.
yeah, and he knew he was carrying a penalty.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But Max shouldn't have done it, but I think Lando could have read the situation a bit better. Should have read it a bit better.
Yeah. I think the outcome of that, right, not gonna lie, like, it was just the worst outcome for them both to get a puncture.
Yeah.
Do you know, how many times
100%.
do drivers come together like that and you get nothing?
Yeah.
So I think for me, Lando knew that was his one chance to overtake Max in turn 3, and he was dive bombing it. Let's be real. There was one point Max had to actually stop pretty much.
Yeah.
To, and that's when Lando should have got that slap on the wrist. But Max absolutely was more at fault for that.
Yeah.
And he did deserve some sort of penalty, like maybe a warning, but like he did deserve. And at the end of the day, I know that it's not done by outcome, so it's not Lando, but Lando has come away with no points, and Max still finished fifth. So as much as there was a slap on the wrist, it actually made no impact.
Yeah.
Other
Still
than
finished
the
above Perez.
collision put him to fifth, but the penalty didn't put him to fifth, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And should he have carried on and been fine, and Lando had got the puncture, that penalty still would have had nothing impacted on him because George Russell was still 12 seconds behind.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah. But should Lando have carried on? Should they both have carried on? You penalise both of them, it would have made more an impact on Max at that point. But I do think the response was mental. The death threats.
Yeah. Mental. What?
It wasn't even that bad a crash.
Yeah, see, so-
it was a tap.
So I never watched the race, right?
Sure.
Whoa.
I was busy, but I went on Twitter, and my Twitter feed exploded with like Max Verstappen, dirty driver, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on in this F1 race? I'm thinking they've he's put him on a wall, he's done something, he's put him in a gravel trap, something it's been like 2016 Max Verstappen, where rules were being made to stop him from driving a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I seen it and I went, oh.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it? Genuinely, the reaction because it was Lando was so dramatic.
It's ridiculous.
Had that been somebody else, would people have responded that way?
Well, remember, what was it?
Lewis, they never did.
Was it not in Austria when Max beat Charles and it was dodgy?
Pushed him off.
Pushed him off.
Yeah. But who was it? It was Charles that came off, and he never got penalised for that, the pushing him off, because he had track advantage or something. He was in, I can't remember, but he never got penalised for it.
I mean, and the blow up for that wasn't anywhere near as huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could not believe the explosion that got.
No, it's just it's in the sport. It's going to happen. Everyone knows it's going to happen. The fact it's happened to your favourite driver. Oh no, it happens to a lot of them. Mm-hmm.
The moment from Austria I actually want to talk about, right, is how the fuck did Piastri's lap get deleted, but Carlos Sainz is never.
Yeah, mentally.
I really feel for Oscar Piastri over the last two races, because that boy probably could have won both races. What was it today? He was a whole pit stop behind. Lando gained a whole pit stop back on him. He was a couple of seconds behind, so 20 seconds behind, and he only finished 12 seconds behind.
They could have easily double stacked.
Yeah.
Well,
Even better. Whoa, sorry, this pissed me off, because Zach Brown is on the blooming pit wall, and they're talking about double stacking and things like that, and he's like, yeah, obviously we'll lose a bit of time if we double stack, but if that outweighs the loss we do by sending somebody for an extra lap, then obviously it's a clear answer. What do they go ahead and do?
They do the opposite.
Well, so
hang Piastri out to dry.
They
literally.
Was it Ted Kravitz that was in the middle, because he was in the pit lane, was saying they've brought Lando in, Piastri staying out, Zach Brown's turned to the pit crew with his hand out, what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think he
was part of it.
He was privy to that.
Because he's what is it,
I've just said
CEO.
this.
CEO. He's not actually race engineer or anything like that.
But the strategy. Fucking hell, what idiots!
But
Idiots! And the is it Merck?
Merck double stacked.
Merck double stacked.
Yeah, but all Piastri would have had to have done is back off.
Yeah, just
back off.
But George Russell did that, and he still lost out to Max. So
no, I get that. I get that, but it wouldn't have been 23 seconds.
Absolutely. No, I agree.
Lose 2-3 seconds max. Right, that's manageable. You can gain that back. Right, 20 whole seconds. That's a bloody lot.
Well, what was it? By the time Piastri was going into the pits, Lando was 3 seconds behind him. Yeah,
he was a whole pit stop behind. Right, but he caught up so much in that
100%.
time. So he easily could have been up there to win that race today. And do you know what?
They probably put him on softs.
No, they put him on mediums. Because they said to him, they were like, what tyre do you want on? We're thinking, they said, we're thinking mediums. He was like, obviously mediums. He was like, that's the best tyre.
Yeah.
He sounded a bit like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they asked Lando, and
Lando
they gave him a little bit of a reasoning, it's either sauce for...
I think...
to get to Lewis or something, or medium to cover Max or something like that, and he's like, just soft.
Softs to cover Lewis, mediums to cover Max on hards.
Yeah.
And he was so focused on winning
Lewis
the
and
race. He
getting-
wasn't focused on the championship.
So this is a point that I wanted to make then. Obviously, like, Max is a 3-time world champion, we get that, right? But Max Verstappen saved his race today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant driving.
By being so switched on to being like,
We need to swap.
No, we're not
Yeah.
swapping yet. Now we'll swap.
Yeah.
Put me on
He
hard.
was bang on every time.
He was
Yeah.
bang on everything he did. Lando had two decisions to make, right? But relatively, he came in when everyone else came in, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, when it came to his one big decision, softs or mediums, he
Yeah.
crumbled.
Yeah.
Like he did. He put it all on. He put it all on red, and I'm going to say red
Yeah.
is the joke because it's soft
Yeah.
eyes. But I mean, he put it all on red.
It didn't gamble. The gamble
Yeah.
didn't work
Yeah,
out.
it just didn't work out, and
I do feel for him because I think he's just under pressure. Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I think he just really wants
see,
that
but
win.
this is the thing. I don't actually think anybody's putting him under
I
pressure
know,
per
but
se. You mean
he's
like
putting himself under pressure because
Yeah.
he's in it. He's second in the championship. This is his chance, kind of thing in his head. He just needs to keep beating Max. But then that Silverstone win, the home Grand Prix win, is right in front of him.
Yeah.
It's a Mercedes. At the end of the day, okay, Mercedes were faster in the first stint, but in reality, McLaren have been miles faster than them. Do you know?
Yeah,
I don't know where that
if you looked
Mercedes
at-
came from
if
today,
you
but
looked at the
McLaren
general
have been the
race,
faster
yeah.
car.
Yeah.
12 seconds ahead of George Russell last time. So, you know, I if I was him, I probably would have put the bet on getting the softs and passing Lewis.
you've just got to
Yeah.
finish. The first thing I suppose you've got to make sure that you don't lose a position before you gain
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
I
No,
suppose.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like I think he was too focused on winning the race rather than covering Max, and he should have covered Max.
Yeah. Living.
Hindsight,
Yeah.
great thing.
Hindsight, yeah,
He was so
I said
sad
that.
at the end. I was like, come on, like Lewis and Max kind of were speaking to him, and he was just sitting with his chin tucked in and just not speaking. And I was like,
Yeah, I suppose.
You're-
with-
Jenson Button made a really big comment that the fact that he shouldn't be showing what he's doing because it's just letting everybody know they're in his head. Do you know, he's upset, and it's nice to wear your emotions on your sleeve for the public. But at the end of the day, when you're in racing, that's not really the thing the racers should do.
I suppose.
Because like Max now knows and I can see that in a way because I know that if Max Verstappen knows you know, Max and Lewis were in each other's heads. As soon as they got in each other's head, it was game over, game advantage. And that's what Lando got in Max's head in Austria, and that's exactly how that collision kind of happened.
Yeah, I mean.
So I think he makes a good point. It's not necessarily right because you should be allowed to show your emotions.
Yeah.
I think
it's not wrong.
from the perspective as well though is Lando's an experienced driver, but not at the front. This is him now learning
Absolutely.
a completely another part to
Yeah.
Formula One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you're looking at Max and Lewis there that have got
The
10 world
experience.
championships between
Two
them.
to two.
Yeah.
You mean like two arguably of the most one definitely the most successful driver in F1.
Yeah.
And another one that's very successful.
yeah.
You mean like
Yeah,
records that
gonna
he
be
holds
up there.
at such a young age is incredible. But Lando's
He's not got that experience. He's not
got
been
that experience, so he's almost going through his rookie years again, but at
the
like
top.
the front end of the sport rather
Yeah.
than being a rookie into the sport.
Yeah.
Like so.
And he maybe feels like he should be there. You know,
Yeah,
that's why he's
maybe
getting
you know
so
what I mean. Like it's
frustrated
almost
that-
like when he
Yeah.
is a rookie and he's like, well, I'm good enough to be here, but
I
can't do what he's doing.
Yeah,
yet.
he
And it's
didn't
like,
manage the
Yeah.
softs like Lewis did, or
yeah,
he did, you know.
exactly. So
But yeah,
I
you
do,
can't expect,
I do feel a little bit sorry for him, but
Yeah.
I do feel bad. Yeah, it
I
is
also
tough.
don't kind of because
It's racing.
It is what it is.
I don't like his fan base.
Yeah.
You can't blame his fan base.
Well, for the
But yeah,
fact I don't
sometimes
like him.
they
Yeah.
sometimes upset me. Sorry, Sophie. Whoa, wait.
Charles
oh.
Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, Lando on a good day.
No, the little 13-year-old girls are just too much. They are.
Did you see the little girl that gave Lawrence Stroll?
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Lawrence Stroll and Lance Stroll like get some amount of stick, okay?
Oh, 100%.
And that honestly, how nice.
She's the campaign leader, it's fine.
How nice for that girl to have done that, for one thing. Like, you know, I feel like not many people would do that.
Plot twist, she had a friendship bracelet for every team principal.
Probably.
I hope so. That'd be really cute.
But it was a really nice moment.
Yeah.
No, it was. It brought like the human element to launch.
Tears to my eyes.
No. It brought the human element to launch Stroll, because
really
everyone
true.
just thinks he's
Money.
Yeah. He isn't actually a human, and every time he speaks to the media, that it's on the grid on it, and it's about Aston Martin.
Yeah,
it's
and
about
it's very
this.
robotic, well rehearsed.
Yeah,
the way he
yeah.
sounds when he speaks and things like that.
Whereas this was just like him interacting with the little girl. You mean being excited for her to like give the thing that she made and things. Yeah, it was just a nice moment.
Yeah.
It's put in
And
the
like,
bin now.
like you say, like I just think he gets a lot of stick, and do you know what? He's doing what every dad would do.
Yeah.
You know, if you had the money, you would absolutely do it.
Of course, you want your kids to success, you want them to be happy doing the thing that they've done since they're a child at the top level. Any parent would do that.
Project Mbappe, I'm telling you. See the money I'm going to throw into Project Mbappe.
Oh my god.
Or Luke Littler. That one's a better one.
Yeah.
Because that means I get to sit in the pub and he just gets to throw darts at a board.
There is that.
Yeah, Project Luke Littler.
We'll see it happen live.
See what happens.
Well,
I was gonna say, like,
if you have a kid, we'll see what you.
What they're
What
like.
you
Oh, right,
do.
yeah.
Oh,
If it-
what
if
do you
it
think
comes
I meant?
back.
I just clocked onto what you think I meant.
Oh.
Jesus.
Go see
Anyway.
Auntie Sophie. I need to finish my Guinness.
I don't think I'll be much help.
Make sure he hits triple 20, right? He's not allowed to leave until he hits triple 20, right?
Shall we do our first in a wee while? So type on paper. Woo!
Woo! And boys, we have a lot to get through. I made
There's
a lot
tea.
of notes.
I love that it's in red as well.
I know, it was only pen in the
Red
house
or-
that
That's,
I could...
that's not a cup of tea, that's a
Honestly,
whole
I
pot.
keep finding red
Yeah.
pens everywhere. I'm like,
I
who?
know. This is a really nice
It
pen.
is a nice pen.
I do feel like I might
It's giving
take
teacher
it.
vibes.
Got to tell my mum that.
Oh yes. Oh god, don't tell Linda that.
It's
Sure,
giving
sure.
teacher vibes though. It's giving like you copied this off of such
Oh,
and such.
so
or-
Yeah.
true. Marking, yeah.
Oh, I feel like I do that, to be fair. So I feel like, well, a lot of these points are obviously on one man in particular, and I feel like we need to just go through them, roast them, all the rest of it. Sergio Perez.
Wow.
If you don't mind me starting there.
We're down for it.
We're down for it. So obviously, obviously the last two races, not done the best, has he? If we can say so.
I don't. Yeah. Has he done well this season? I think he started off on the right foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got like a double podium to start.
Yeah,
with, yeah.
and
First
then
two races, and that was it.
And then it's dipped.
Yeah.
So obviously,
Dipped.
yeah.
That's a plane falling at the sky.
Well, to back up his dip, obviously,
dip.
yeah. So
Sour cream
we'll
and chai.
speak about Hulkenberg. He's scored more points in the last two races than Perez has scored in the last 6.
Right, Nico for world champion.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So Haas is, well, Nico and that Haas is doing okay. Fair to say.
Should have been driver of the day.
Should have been driver of the day. I think he should have been driver of the day the last 2 weeks. You agree with that, I think.
I can't really agree with that because I didn't watch the race, so I
Austria.
don't know.
I agree with Austria.
Austria done-
Today, I feel like it was a little. I'm sorry. If Lando can get it at Austria, Lewis can get it at Silverstone.
Right, yeah,
Right.
I understand your logic there, but my logic for it as well, right?
I think Nico has driven brilliantly, and he absolutely deserves
Haas?
every driver of the day that he should. Yeah, but that Haas is faster than Sergio Perez in a Red Bull
Yeah. And then, well,
on pure pace last
both
week.
Haas's were quicker than Sergio Perez in a Red Bull one.
No.
Where did K-Mag finish?
8.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Checo.
Oh, today. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you meant last week. Sorry.
Right, today.
I was going to say, I had to side
No,
that
no,
you
no,
there. I was
K-Mag
like,
finished
excuse me.
12th.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
yeah.
still quicker than Checo
Still
then.
quicker than Checo.
Fucking hell, those strategies. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, and then obviously our second stat is obviously Sargent beating Perez head to head in quali. What was it, 7-5 you said it
7-5,
was?
yeah.
Nuts.
Can't beat his teammate, can beat Checo Perez.
That's all he needs to do.
I don't
think-
imagine, like, Logan Sargent in a Williams versus Checo Perez in a Red Bull.
Honestly, if Sargent keeps his seat for 2025, that will be the reason
It's
why.
not happening.
Probably not going to happen. But if it does happen, James Bell's goes like, well, he beat Sergio Perez. Like, what can I say? Do you know what I mean?
Red Bull are probably looking at Logan Sargent going,
Do you fancy just...
I mean, if he's sacking you and we don't have any... Somebody said to me, right, just to stir the pot, that they reckon that
How big of a
the
jump are we
only
going for
reason they
here?
signed Perez so early on this season was because they actually thought the threat Max leaving was real.
Oh.
And that's why they signed him, so they still had one of their original, like the drivers before.
One of the original lineup.
Yeah, because why else would you sign Sergio Perez so early on in the season, knowing the chances of Sergio Perez flopping?
Well, last season's a big example of him flopping.
Yeah, and then he's getting worse. Like, there's
he signed
consistently shit, but...
consistently shit, yeah. He signed the contract, and then that's been the worst thing he's could have done, because he's just been
it is
shit
interesting
since.
because Christian Horner did come out and say that if Toto wants a Max in the Mercedes, he can have a Max in the Mercedes, but it won't be Verstappen.
But do you know what? Like, why would Toto Wolff be hunting down getting Max Verstappen it wasn't like if he's not had a sniff of it?
No, I get that. I get that.
Been given a, like,
he's obviously.
Yoss is obviously
There's
on
obviously
it.
blood. There's obviously blood. There's obviously
Yeah.
a
Yoss
reason.
back in the grid last week, and he's back in the paddock, and he's already slating Christian Horner again. Like, that man hates him.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
What is it? He said it's like kindergarten in there.
He's want to talk.
I know, absolutely,
That's 'cause-
but like at the same time, in the Red Bull team,
He's not wrong, to be fair. The whole... They've been a mess. They've not been...
they've not been Red Bull.
Yeah. They've not been joined together.
Yeah, fucked up a
Family.
pit stop last week, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
So-
it's all gone downhill.
How many races has he been given then, Perez?
So...
One.
Yeah, he's got one more to
He's got
prove
like
his thing.
he's got like a one.
So...
Oh, wait, saying Alex Albon, Pierre Gasly moment here.
I hope so. I'd love to see, right, somebody else in the Red Bull, not to see them against Max Verstappen, but to see if it's the car. Do you know, to see if it's genuinely, like, the car's hard to drive,
Yeah.
or if it is Max is that good.
Because that's what I was explaining to...
But then technically, both of those statements are true then. Because if the car's hard to drive, it shows Max is so good.
No, but then, like, if it's more of an understeery car, exactly what had happened before with Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly, Sergio Perez got in that car, remember, and said, if that was a car I was given, I wouldn't be able to drive it.
No, I get
Well, he
that.
can't
I get
drive
that.
it.
So
but
it's yeah, exactly. So maybe they've gone back to, like, doing an understeery again, and that's why Max
Possibly.
can drive it, because it's set up to
It's
Do you mean
to him,
oversteer?
it's set up.
oversteer. Yeah,
Oversteer.
sorry.
Sorry, you're
Yeah.
nearly there.
You were going to say something a minute ago, though.
It's fine. So basically there's clauses in Perez's contract, allegedly, we don't know obviously how true it is. So he's got till summer, and he's not to be 100 points, like a 100-point gap between him and Max, and he's not to be 5 places in the standing down from Max. So
how do both of them look just now?
yeah, so I think it's
Yeah.
100 and...
You can come off your phone. Well, Liam definitely can.
I think it's 119 points currently, and Perez is 6th, so it's not looking good.
It's not
not
looking
looking
good,
good,
bruv.
Not
Bruv.
looking good, bruv. So
Right, yeah,
not
so
looking good.
Max is on 255, Perez is on 118.
What's
There's
places, though?
first and 6th.
Yeah, so there we go.
there we
But,
go.
like, is that counted as 5 places below?
That
And so
is
he's
the
safe?
5th place.
Because he's not 6 places below.
Yeah, so it could be
So who's
safe.
below him? Is it George Russell? Or is it Lewis Hamilton? It must be...
What
It's
what
one-
you guessing? What you guessing?
I'm going to go George.
I think it's George Russell.
Yeah.
I think
how
Lewis-
many point do you think it is between George and Lewis?
There must only be like 10 at most. Like maybe 3.
Okay.
I'm going to go 11.
1.
I was gonna say,
One?
whoa.
George
So-
Russell's on 111, Lewis Hamilton's on 110.
And what's...
Perez is on
Oh,
118.
so it's Lewis that's below
No, it's not.
Perez.
It's George Russell.
George, and then Lewis.
Oh, you said George is on 111 and Lewis
Yeah.
is on 110
Yeah.
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's a point between them two.
Yeah, so... Oh, so they're both ahead of Perez.
No.
No.
Perez is on 118
You've got Perez
points.
in 6th place, and then you've got George in 7th.
Right,
Lewis in
yeah,
8th.
okay. So who's ahead of them?
It'll
Carlos,
be-
Charles, is it Oscar that's jumped
Lando,
in?
Charles,
Oscar
Carlos,
jumped
Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Oscar that's jumped in. I was trying to work
Yeah,
out who
Oscar's
jumped in this
jumped.
weekend.
Who the fuck are you?
Because he's
on
gone
about?
down a place. And then I
Sorry,
thought...
hold on a minute.
And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was so confused because
Yeah.
you were like 111, 110. And I was like, well, what's Perez on then if he's in between them? I thought you were saying
118.
Perez was splitting them.
So, yeah, it might be that his contract is safe with him being 5 places.
5 places.
The minute he goes
But
below
there's still
that.
the points.
So basically, all we need is another non-scoreable weekend in
Yeah.
Hungary, and then
And a Mercedes doing
Yeah.
half
Lewis
decent.
Hamilton just gaining.
Perez literally
Anything.
needs to win, and Max the DNF, and then his seat's safe.
Yeah.
For
From those
a little bit.
clauses,
all
though,
those clauses.
but-
There could be more performance clauses. There could be other little bits
just
and
or
bobs.
it's Red Bull. They could just outrightly go, "Nah, you're not cutting him out."
Well, yeah, because
They should.
we'll say the situation is that's how it's going to go. You've not met the criteria. That's your ousted. Who are you putting in for the second half of the season?
Oh, for the second half.
Oh, 7?
See,
That's honestly what I was thinking in my head, but I didn't want to say it.
I
I'd be tempted to stick Liam Lawson in because
Yeah,
like
good
he's a
shout.
reserve driver, isn't he?
Yeah,
I would be. Is he not the reserve driver for Alpha Tauri?
both.
Well, they don't.
Does he do
I think
for
he's
both?
the
Because I thought
joint.
Sebastian Buemi was still reserve driver for Red Bull.
Fucking hell, is he not past it?
No, I'm pretty sure he does. He's a
Do you mean Racing Bulls, by the way?
Yes,
Aye, same thing.
I was going to say they're the same.
Whoa!
I actually think Yuki Tsunoda,
Yeah, I think
because
he's
he's the only driver that they don't have data on in a Red Bull.
Yeah,
It's the only driver in a Red Bull
Yeah,
pool so
but
far
then-
they don't have data on.
but I don't think so because they're not setting them up to do testing in a Red Bull.
Yeah.
So
And
they clearly don't have the confidence in them. So.
No. I think you're right. When at the start of the season, I still stand by what you said. With there's a good chance he goes on at some point to Aston Martin when they become Honda.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So I don't think he'll make the jump to Red Bull because they'll want someone that's committed for 3 to 5 years. They don't want someone that's going to be here just for a little while just so they can boost another team.
Yeah, no, I know Red Bull could also do something really petty though, because Honda pulled out of the deal with Red Bull,
Yeah.
and then to say that we're going green, we're not going to be part of F1, blah blah. Lawrence Stroll's waved some cash,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Cash
I'm going to say
money,
that
bitch.
allegedly. Okay.
Allegedly.
And
And they're
all of a
literally
sudden
going green.
Honda are like, we'll make your engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that weird.
Honda's literally gone green.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
But
go.
Honda and Yuki are obviously a sponsorship together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if Red Bull put Yuki in that car and slap a 4-year deal on him,
Yeah.
Aston Martin have to pay.
Yeah.
Or Honda will have to pay to get him out of his
To
contract.
get him out of that, yeah.
So
Which,
I think, even without all that trickery, I think Yuki Tsunoda at least deserves the shot.
a shot.
I
Half
think
a
so.
season.
He's done well. He's
Yeah.
still outperforming Daniel Ricciardo. Not every single race week. There is races
No.
where Daniel does show the old Daniel that we saw, but I do have a feeling that we won't see Daniel in the Red Bull anymore because he's just not there.
Like, as-
Sadly.
As a Daniel Ricciardo fan, it's a very hard pill to swallow, but I think we need to look beyond
What he used
Danny
to be.
Rick is what he used to be, and just think of him as Daniel Ricciardo now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
like-
we love him, but
Love him. I don't agree with Villeneuve when he went
No.
through him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or
there
even
was
Helmut Marko has
There was
said
an
some choice
element
comments.
of
Yeah.
an element of truth to
Surprise,
it though.
surprise.
Yeah.
There's obviously an element of truth to that where you're thinking, well, right now, what is he bringing to the sport?
I think, like, there's a point where you need to go, okay, is it time to retire? And, like, Daniel Ricciardo is probably hitting that point where he needs to go, okay, is it better to stay in the sport and do what Seb did and, you know...
Crash and burn.
Or is it better to, you know, carry on and just enjoy what you do? I think Andy Murray, great example of somebody who came back and probably everyone said needed to retire long before he's decided to retire, but he enjoys what he does. And if there's Kimi Raikkonen's the same, if you enjoy what you do
Keep doing it.
and there's a space for you, why stop?
Yeah, if
No, I
people
get
are
that.
prepared to give you money for it, then yeah.
Absolutely. And it's a hobby.
But
But then-
Helmut Marko's not ruled out.
Is he not?
No, he
was slating him 2
Helmut
weeks
Marko
ago.
has said that the revival of Daniel Ricciardo in a Red Bull could be on.
Could happen
Daniel
because
Ricciardo.
apparently
recently.
he's on an upward. If he keeps performing and keep going in an upwards
Was that
trajectory.
after last week?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was going to say,
So-
was that in the last week?
Yeah, I was going to say, so that was said because he basically could, because you know how there's rumours of, oh, Carl's going to go to Red Bull,
Yeah.
people are hoping for that. He basically says it's never going to happen.
Ah, fuck.
Because all the drama and all the shit that went down when he was at Toro Rosso, there will never be a partnership between Max and Carlos Sainz ever again. At Red Bull, anyway. You never know what happens in the future.
I just don't fully trust Helmut Marko.
He's got a lot to say for himself,
He does.
and
He looked very grumpy in the garage earlier today.
It's a very interesting one though that Max Verstappen puts all his trust in him.
yeah,
It's a very interesting one. You mean like a lot of people obviously don't like what he has to say, blah blah, and he does say
very questionable things.
very questionable, and a lot of it.
Yes.
He's almost like the Donald Trump of F1.
Yes, that's a great comparison.
Thank you. I'm gonna get t-shirts made of that.
But I think Max and Joss have a very strange relationship as father and son. So maybe like Helmut's been the father that
Yeah.
Max
I was
has
going to
always
say
wanted.
that. It's
so,
like his F1 dad.
yeah, like he really trusts
Even
him.
though he did have an F1 dad.
Yeah, literally. I think he just trusts him because he's always been there for him since
I get
the
that.
start.
I get that. But yeah, I think going back to the whole, who do you think would take the seat? I think Yuki.
I think Yuki deserves it anyway. I think that's a...
Yuki deserves a shot, 100%. But let him test the Red Bull first. Don't just throw him in.
Well, you've got the one.
'Cause
You've got the break coming up.
Yeah,
Quite
that'd be a great chance.
Quite frankly, all they need to do is put him out in a like last season spec car or whatever
Yeah.
it may be, because it's so different between the two
Yeah.
Red Bulls that
Have 2-3 sessions, go have fun, bring some results.
just
We'll
do a
see
bit of
what
testing,
happens.
see what he can do in a car, see what he does with setup. Be competitive. I think
Liam
there is
Lawson this weekend.
Yeah,
Or this week.
he's going to be testing
But-
the Red Bull.
could that. Now, when I heard that this
Could that him... Could
Be
that
him warming
Could
up.
that be him going into the Alpha... No, fuck's
the
sake.
Racing Bull.
Into the Racing Bull and then Daniel going... No.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
could that be the warm up for Liam Lawson coming back into the sport rather than doing what they did when he had to just chucked into the sport? Like,
Yeah, like giving
mate,
them
your
that.
neck's not ready, but go for it. You're going to go around Zandvoort for 50 odd laps.
Yeah, the
Um,
best track to jump into an F1 car.
And then,
God, remember that race. That was a good one. Hope it's that good again this year.
Yeah, can't wait.
I've still not even
Bring
had
on the
Zandvoort
rain.
yet. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done like 3/4 of a season here.
I know, I was
Yeah,
thinking
I feel
about that
it hasn't
earlier.
long.
Like, I was like, oh, we've still got like Monza and all that
Yeah,
Spa,
there's only 12 races.
Hungary.
Only.
Yeah, I know, only 12.
Only 12. We're halfway there. Yeah, but we've got so many coming up. Like
We're
Baku
acting
and all
like
that.
we're not here for it. We're literally
Yeah,
an F1 podcast.
I think it's I love it. I've actually really enjoyed the last 3 weeks. But
Yeah.
I sounded so sarcastic as well.
I know!
I've actually I've loved it. But I was just thinking, it's probably because we've got more tracks like China and stuff back on, and then we've got obviously Miami and things.
Qatar coming back into the frame full time.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. That it's more the original ones coming up now, like the ones we've been to a lot.
And we're excited to go back. So.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
The next sip of tea, please.
Next one to see. We'll need to talk about Ocon because he's been a man
Holy shit!
dipping his fingers in
So I
pies.
don't think we've have we spoken since Monaco?
I've spoken to you, but maybe not about F1.
In the podcast.
Oh, right. No, because that would be in May and I was recovering, so no.
Did we
Night
do a
out.
Monaco podcast?
I think we did.
I feel like we did, and we were like, "What the fuck was that?"
What's going
Yeah,
on?
'cause it was
Minus
the
1 out of 10.
Boring
Ugh.
race ever.
Boring, get it in the bin. No, I'm joking. One
Yeah, but we definitely did a podcast before because that was when we talked about the rain.
they're in!
The rain bringing on sprinklers.
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Lorraine. So yeah, Ocon. So Ocon potentially going to Haas, potentially going to Williams to replace Sargent mid-season. I don't know what one I think is quite believable. I think he could go to Haas. Why you'd go to Haas? Not quite sure.
Why not put him down for the Mercedes seat?
Well, that's also an opportunity because obviously he's very close with Toto, but do you
Very
think
close. It's his agent.
Well, literally,
His
yeah.
physical
actual
job
agent.
is to get him a seat. Like,
Yeah.
But do you think he actually trusts him enough to be in America? I wouldn't trust him to be in America.
I think Ocon is overly aggressive and he's quite like
I think
he's
he's
a
very much
one-man
overrated. Sorry, I'm a
Christ.
bit.
Well, he's been outperforming Gasly.
Yeah.
take that one
No,
to the
yeah.
heart.
Take that knife out.
Nah, it's.
Um,
I'm
he's-
just not. I'm just not
I think
here for him.
I think he's selfish.
Yeah.
I
his
do think it was a
attitude.
wrong decision to put him in a car with Gasly. Who the hell ever thought let's put them on a team together.
French duo with a French team.
Well, see, I
Well
think
done,
that
Mark.
fucking hate
I
each other
think
'cause
that
of
was
the
a
fallout.
marketing. That was more marketing than anything.
It's
like,
100%. It's giving PR.
Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton.
They were friends to begin with.
Yeah, so we're
Ocon
Gasly.
and Gasly.
Yeah.
But they've
That
not been
was
friends
the
since like
issue.
Carton.
But imagine putting
Yeah.
imagine putting Lewis and Nico in like again in 2018 or something or 2019 when they never. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. Nico Rosberg to make a comeback.
I actually think Lewis would be just like, you know what, just don't speak to me, but it's chill.
Yeah, I think he's at that
I
point
think
now.
Nico
but
would
maybe
be the drama, which I think what
Brittany.
Ocon is. Yeah.
Oh shit! I never said that. He's going to come for me.
Oh fuck's sake! That's us cancelled.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I would be really shocked if Ocon left halfway through a season. That shows how bad it is within Alpine, if that is the case, and how bad it is between the two of them.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's off the table, but I think that would be like. I think that's the like that is obviously like last resort. Like I think when that happens, that's when you know there's a like that's it done. Like there's a lot of bad things going on. But I actually quite like the idea of Ocon being at Williams.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be an awful shout.
Not with it being halfway through the season, just genuinely
Going to Williams.
Albon and Ocon as a duo, two experienced drivers. James Vowles has talked about wanting two experienced drivers.
Yeah.
They were talking today, actually. Oh my days! Wait, in the back of somebody's interview, they were like best pals, and I was thinking, since when were they friends? And that's just clicked in my head.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
You're welcome.
But somebody said he was going to Haas, so.
Well, yeah, that's also the big rumour at the moment.
But it's silly season. He's going everywhere.
Yeah.
He's going to Red Bull.
Who was it that we had like in every seat? Was it Fernando Alonso? We were like,
Yeah,
go
Alonso was
there,
everywhere.
go there,
They
could
could
stay
go
in
there.
Aston, Mercedes,
the
Red
man
Bull.
can do what they bloody want.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
honestly,
mean?
Fernando Alonso to rip up that contract and go elsewhere because they're not performing.
Imagine.
Fernando Alonso to Red Bull. Take Sergio Perez's seat.
Yes.
Get that contract written up right now.
Done. They've
Sorry,
sold this one.
I'm distracted from your point again.
Williams.
Williams. Well, the thing is, with James Vowles, he did say to Sky Sports, like, obviously we are looking for like our driver lineup for 2025, but we might need to look for the future as well, as in like the next few races.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a hint. But also, it might just, I don't know. I think James Vowles.
But then the backwards question to that then is, who takes the Alpine seat for half a season?
I'm thinking
Dan.
in F2, is there any? I can't remember who Paul Aaron drives for.
Prema.
No.
Oh no, it's not.
But who's his driver academy?
Mercedes.
Is it?
It was. He was
He
sponsored
might
by
go
Mercedes.
to Williams. He's doing really well.
Yeah.
Apart from today, let's not talk about it.
Yeah, that's.
See, the thing is I can't see
Isaac Hadjar.
I can't see James Vowles wanting to dip into F2.
I don't think. I think he's done the
I
rookie.
think James Vowles is that adamant that he's going
absolutely.
to
It was
make
just when you
Williams
said
great
a driver
again.
for the future, I was like, well, you know.
Yeah, I think he means close future.
Yeah.
I think this is Paul Aaron's first or second
Oh
season.
yeah, first season in F2.
First season, yeah.
Technically, he's done like I think the last race
Yeah,
in
he's
F2.
he's
Stop
not-
yawning.
We're boring, yeah.
No, I'm just
He doesn't know F2 drivers.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
keeping my brain active by yawning.
Yeah. No, I think James Vowles is at the point where it's like we've done the rookie driver.
Yeah,
we don't
that's
want
fair
to
enough, yeah.
keep
That's a good point.
developing
I forgot about
drivers for
that.
other teams. We want to establish ourselves. We want
Yeah.
to be in the front line. We're not just some random sister team by affiliation or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I think he is going to go to experienced drivers for next season.
I
Fair.
personally, I'd like to see Carlos Sainz do it.
Yeah.
Go to Williams.
I don't
But
think he will.
I feel it's at this stage
He'll be
it's
going to Audi.
too big of a jump down the grid for Carlos Sainz. I think if Williams were at the perspective where they were
a mid team.
genuinely middle, like an
Mid-tier
Aston
team.
Martin, maybe like Alpine are at the minute. You mean where they've turned it around, obviously relatively for performances, but
Yeah.
that region. Then I would maybe see Carlos Sainz doing it. So Ocon could be a shout for that seat.
Yeah. It's not an awful shout. And I don't, because obviously I don't think Carlos will be going to Williams because Toto Wolff has basically hinted about Carlos still being in the running for the Merck seat because he doesn't believe Kimi Antonelli's ready. He thinks he's had a poor F2 season. He's not performed as well as they expected. He's not exactly ran away with it.
I think.
I know you're going to say he won the sprint today.
No.
Which is amazing. It's good.
The Prima car is shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's a car. Like, they're chewing through the tyres, so he actually starts really well. And then, like, the
And then
car...
just dies.
Yeah, and Ollie Behrman can't... Like, if you look at what Ollie Behrman did last year, Ollie Behrman's only had a win last week at Austria, and that's it.
He's
and
16th in the standings, which is crazy.
I can't remember, but I think they were even saying that on the F2, where you probably have to look past the car if you're Total Wolff. But
yeah.
I saw a little thing. Actually, Valtteri said that he's been speaking to Toto, and they spoke about the potential return to Mercedes. And Valtteri said it would only make sense if it was for longer than a year.
Yeah.
But obviously, what Toto must have been offering was a
year.
Get Antonelli in the Williams seat, and then give it.
He's trying to play grandmaster chess, like move him there, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
He's trying to do the George Russell again, because I mean that was a win for Williams if they'd managed to hold on to George as well.
Yeah.
But George did great for Williams.
That was ultimately never going to be a win for Williams.
No,
ultimately,
'cause
because
they
the
were
minute
losing
them. I know, that's what I'm saying.
he was ready,
he was going.
Like that was it. Like so.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Like if they managed to hold on to him, if you could pick up a rookie like George Russell, you're onto something.
100%. But I think for Williams it would be better and beneficial for Williams if it's an actual Williams driver.
Yeah.
Rather than it being as you said, like George Russell, he's Merc.
The Mercedes
But
prospect.
we're gonna like snake his progress to Williams, and then he'll make that jump. Like I'm trying to think. Like if they could do like what McLaren did with Lando Norris. Bring him through as a rookie, have the little bit of teething, go through it, and then all of a sudden they've got a B-Tech driver.
Yeah.
And a good one in Oscar.
Yeah, they've nailed it, how they develop their drivers in a sense.
Yeah.
What's still one off Alpine?
I just think
that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I wonder if Gasly and Ocon was a last ditch thing because the whole Piastri thing never went through.
Possibly, Otmar, he had to find a second driver and a second one quit.
Who was Gasly's teammate before
Sonoda.
AlphaTauri before Sonoda?
There was Brendan Hartley.
Oh my god!
Brendan Hartley.
remember
There was Brendan Hartley.
Was it Alex? No, they
No.
swapped.
They
They
swapped.
swapped. They never were
I think it was
teammates.
Brendan Hartley because it was Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
He
Brendan
went
Hartley was only
to
in for a couple of years though.
Kvyat?
Oh, maybe.
Daniel Kvyat.
Yeah,
Daniel
because
Kvyat,
remember Max went.
Yeah.
Good time. Sorry, I was just trying to
know,
think.
yeah.
Who was his teammate?
I nearly said Palmer there, but no, that was so wrong.
Renault.
Yeah. I was going to say that was so wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we forgot to speak about that you had?
No, that's all my points done. That's all my gossip. All my
Behrman got a
rumours.
Haas.
Oh yeah. Congrats, Ollie Behrman.
Oh, Behrman got a Haas! Woo!
Well, I made that call right. That's what
You did.
I'm on to, do you know what? And if Daniel
It was like
Ricciardo
when-
goes to Red Bull, I've got it. Carlos Sainz goes to Audi, I've got it.
You've got it. We'll find out in a year's time if
Did
you've
you
got
say-
Audi.
You said Audi, I think, for Ollie Behrman, didn't you?
No.
I think you did.
Why would I say that?
I don't know, because I remember thinking it and thinking, maybe it was like...
No.
I
You
definitely
said
did
Haas.
because it's a.
I need to look at those again.
I was saying that they were going to
No.
take Nico for a German going to Audi, and I got
I
that
think I
one
said
right.
Mick Schumacher for Audi. That's a laugh.
I think I said that on the predictions thing. Probably.
Yeah. Oh, so that's not going to happen.
Who would you like to see pair Ollie Behrman? Because it has to be somebody experienced.
God, I would have wanted
Yes.
Nico Hulkenberg, to be fair. But if you have to, I don't...
You wouldn't want it to be Nico Hulkenberg, did you?
No, I
No,
would
she
have.
would.
All right. I was
Would
going
they
to say,
be a
like,
good one?
Jesus, that's a...
Would they keep K-Mag?
But is
I don't-
K-Mag going to be the person to mentor?
I don't think so. I think from this season he's been a little bit aggressive, very, very careless with his driving. I don't think
But
that's
he's
a
been
good...
protecting his teammate.
Oh, he has!
Been a good
He
teammate.
has.
He's been a good teammate.
Yeah, so destroy the car, but as long as you're a good teammate, it's fine.
You nailed it.
You've got
Get your
it.
10 penalty points. Let's get a disqualification in there.
Those 3 world champion points are worth the 30 million that Gene Haas has had to spend rebuilding that fucking car. Gene Haas is going, we've got 3 points.
Sobbing.
His accountant's going, we've lost 30 million though.
Oh my god.
10 million a point, that's worth it.
Oh, that's so worth it for him. Oh,
Imagine if you could buy championship points.
he would be doing it, trust me.
Would be.
It's not like FIFA points, Cap.
I know, eh?
I would. It would be. No, Cyber would be at this point. They've got none.
Yeah.
Got nothing left.
Got nothing left. I think if you're saying about obviously Merck, that doesn't come through with Valtteri Bottas.
I
think
was just
he'd be
about to think that there.
I think that would be a great pairing. I think that would be amazing.
It would, but I don't think he'll go to Haas. I think it'd be a bit of a random move.
He's already at a bottom end team, and Haas has obviously got the new sort of. Well, their car's actually doing not too bad. Nico's driving it really well. K-Mag's doing an okay
They're doing
job.
better than Kick anyway.
Yeah, 100%. If the car, they're developing the car doing well, the new team principal coming in is doing a great job.
Nico's obviously been
I think it's a great
offered.
shout.
Nico's obviously been offered something to do with the German partnership of Audi.
100%.
That's why he's made that random move like across. They almost sit equal, don't they? Like Haas and Sauber in your brain. Like
I feel like they've got to keep Kevin Magnussen. Like I don't see anybody else experienced going to Haas.
I do see Bottas, because I don't think Bottas will want to do another.
But if you take away Bottas, like there's nobody else, is there?
Ocon.
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, actually, as much as we're saying that, isn't that not what?
It's technically that's what his options are.
Yeah, that's what the talk of the town was today. Was that they said it's very likely. Ted was like, it's highly likely Ocon's going to Haas, and I was like, sorry. Say what?
But I think if they realise Valtteri wants an out of Sauber,
I think. It's
move.
definitely one of those ones where what you do is you definitely knock on his door and go, look, this is. What do you think of it? 100%. But
yeah.
I also think maybe Audi want to get themselves in the sport baseline. They've got their German driver. Keep Valtteri. Keep them two. Because technically, if it's more than 1 year that Valtteri wants, all Audi need to offer him is 2 and go.
There's your 2.
That's the minimum we're offering you just now.
Just now.
We can review it and
meet the criteria. We'll
keep him and then somebody like Carlos or Ocon or whoever they end up wanting to go and get comes available. Away you go. You mean job's good in, but it's a weird seat. Who do you see taking? I can understand why Heidi says K-Mag to stay.
Yeah, I just think they've got to look at how much they're putting into the car, because you understand if a rookie causes damage because they're going to grow out of that reckless stage. Like, I know he's not done too much damage recently, but they've already spent a fortune in the car already, and they've not got a lot of money in the bank. Do you know what I mean? They're not Red Bull or Merck where they can be like,
well, they're
we'll
getting
replace
close
it.
to the cost cap already.
Yeah.
How much they're throwing into it.
So they've got to think about it.
Coming.
So they've got to think about it. Can they stick to a driver that they don't know, are they going to wreck the car 1 minute or not? Where Valtteri's, he's been a pretty steady driver, he's not done too much damage.
Checo Perez.
Ooh, now that's a shout. If I've ever heard it, by the way. It's not bad.
Experienced,
money.
knows.
Yeah.
He brings a lot of sponsorship money.
Yeah. I don't know why I automatically thought, no, Perez is just going to be out of the sport. Totally forgot he was actually a consideration.
That boy has been in the
not
sport
in
for a
Red
long
Bull,
time.
Yeah, he's not going up without a fight.
Yeah, that's a shout.
That was actually a really good shout, Liam.
Thank you guys.
That's
Right.
2 today you've had.
That's you done for the day.
Dad, can I just get a point for that now then?
Well, you want to do predictions? Your whiteboards.
At my house.
Yeah.
Why is your whiteboard at your house? What are you doing down
Because
there?
I couldn't speak,
So I
obviously.
thought it'd be funny to take the whiteboard, but I left it in case you needed it.
Hello.
I left it in case you needed it.
I'm talking milkshake, please.
Looks like I'm down on a bit of paper.
You just write it down and say it. You don't need to show
Yeah.
it.
So we're doing Hungary predictions.
Hungary.
I think Heidi's going to be hungry first.
Is it just? It's not a sprint.
Fucking terrible.
Is it? Is it a sprint race
Is it?
again? No?
Is it? Is it?
No.
Is it? Do you want me to
Nah.
check for you?
It's not.
It's not.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it
it
is.
is. I would have known, surely.
Surely.
Aye.
how
Except
did no
we
one-
went into
said,
Austria.
Said Miss like, ooh, did you know Austria was a sprint weekend?
I was like, what the fuck?
The fuck?
Practice
Sounds
1,
so
2, 3
qualifying,
qualifying
or am I going
race.
crazy?
No,
No, that's it.
it is not. It is
A
a
normal
normal
weekend.
race weekend.
Okay, do you want to just do quali and race together, or do you want to start off with just doing quali?
We'll do quali first.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh. Now, I'm feeling bold. Don't know why I'm feeling this bold. Maybe after last year.
Oh God, Esteban Ocon is not winning. Sergio Perez has also not been in the top 3.
Shit.
Right.
Ready?
No.
Yeah.
Did you do a hot take?
Did you do a hot take?
I did.
Oh. That's not good. This is so hard. Oh. Okay.
No, do you know what? I'll stick by my guns.
No, fuck it.
Fuck it, go for it.
It's
Always
not
forget, like, we go silent at this point, and if you're listening, it's just...
silence. It's probably not.
I've gone very bold here.
White noise.
Yeah.
Huh?
I've gone very bold here.
Have you?
Yeah,
For
I
my
kinda
hot take,
have
like
to.
I've gone very bold.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, flip your board. Oh my god! Every time. I really like Sophie, so we're going to leave hers till last. Just because you can't see it.
I know. Sorry,
Right,
guys.
right, Heidi. You
I've
take the lead.
gone Lewis because he obviously got pole. Was that last year you got pole? Yeah.
2 years ago.
Lewis, and that Mercedes is looking decent.
Yeah.
Lando and Max. And then I said Perez to be out in Q2, but I feel like that's not really a
It's
hot
not
take.
really a hot take
so I said we're
anymore.
going to get rain at some point during qualifying.
Oh.
Right, I said Oscar to get pole because the McLaren's
I'm here for it.
I think's going to suit the track. I've put
Yeah.
Max to be P2,
Yeah.
and I've said George to be P3,
Right.
Nice.
and I've said Lando out in Q2, but not for the reason of not like his. I think he's going to like crash or have difficulty pushing the car,
Yeah.
trying to almost beat the car.
That is very bold.
That is very bold, but I can
here for it.
I can see it. So I had to change mine because I wasn't convinced.
I wasn't convinced.
So I went quali. Fuck's sake,
Spit
what
it
am I
out,
trying to
come
say?
on. Come
Right,
on,
so
eh?
first in quali it's going to be Lando, I think.
So pole position.
Pole position, thank you. I couldn't think what that was called there. I was like, what's it called? Then Max and then George. I originally did put Lando, George, Oscar.
So
For
we've
Oscar.
we've gone the same, but you've gone Lando instead of Oscar.
Yeah, I originally did think Lando, George, Oscar because I think also the track would suit the McLaren best. But I was like, I don't think Max is going to have that much of a flop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then my hot take would be both has to make Q3. I think it could be possible at some point.
Yeah. No, very.
At some point that will come true.
Yeah. I'm just going to put Nico Hulkenberg for the race win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, queen. So
Um,
race.
Oh.
This
I'm going to
is
go
like, it's
something
just
chaotic's
there.
happened.
I feel like
Why have we forgotten the Ferraris exist?
Because they're
because
not.
they're having a
Them.
flop at the minute, and I don't have very much confidence at this moment in time after their Inter's incident today. I don't have much faith at this very moment in time, so they're at the back of the mind until they can prove otherwise that they deserve to be spoken about again. What do I think?
Oh, nice. I'm on it. It's Redemption Day.
Daniel Ricciardo's winning.
Fuck.
Oh,
Honestly,
fucking
so
hope
we
so.
were watching the race today, and we were waiting for the rain to come,
Here
and
comes the rain.
we were like, at this point, do you know, if you pit right, somebody at the back could win this. Like if Daniel Ricciardo, if they've all passed the pit and say Daniel Ricciardo just pits for Inters at the right point, bang, he's going to be on it.
Winner.
And then nobody even pitted really, apart from Perez, Charles, and that, and then it just went fucking downhill, didn't it, for the ball?
Shit show.
So
yeah, we don't need to talk about
I think yours is right, but I didn't want to put it because I'm a bitch.
Oh, thanks!
I didn't actually look at yours second.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm there for the second and third.
Thank
but I
you.
definitely think your number one's right.
Yeah.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Bang. Ooh, okay.
Oh!
Okay.
Oscar's having bad luck at the minute, right? So I've put Max first, Oscar second, Lewis third. Reason being, Oscar is going to have a good race, but something will get in his way.
Probably McLaren.
I'm not saying that, but something will get in his way. And Max will take the win. I've also said Lewis third because just confidence of winning a Grand Prix.
Yeah, I think
Carries
that's
you.
solid.
Will we say hot takes one after it, or will I go again?
Yeah, just go again.
I've said double Alpine points.
Nice.
And as a second one, as a little bonus one,
Yeah.
Lance Stroll to outperform Alonso.
Nice. Sophie, do you want to go?
Oh, yeah, I do. So, one of the race, Max, I just think he's not won for a while. He needs to sort of do a little bit of something.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I've done Max, and I think Oscar, and then Lando, cause obviously McLaren haven't exactly been the best to him the last couple of races, and I feel like they might Lando just something to do, just help him out. Probably not.
Oscar's
Lando-
not going to get second by himself.
Yeah.
That Lando's well and truly gone now.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way. It probably will be. They'll pit maybe Oscar first.
He'll
he
be
can
like the
get
Max
out.
of don't tell me to do that again. I told you
Yeah,
guys.
I told you no. And then my hot take, I think there's going to be a lap 1 crash, and 3 drivers will be out.
I was going to put that and I never did, but that's weird. Because I think you might be onto something.
Thank you, I know.
So I said for the race, I said Oscar, Lando, and Max. Right. And I've said my hot take is for Lewis to break down because there's something weird going on where karma's coming to get every one of the drivers. So Lando in the safety car, obviously, and the safety car came and ate him at Canada.
Yeah.
You know? And then George won, and then this week breaks down. So there's something weird going on.
Yeah.
Some voodoo shit. So although Lewis didn't have really good luck today to help him win that race,
Well, he did. The person that was in front of him DNF'd.
he'd already overtaken George. Shut up. So I just have a weird feeling that something's going on. And then my second one was there's going to be multiple safety cars because multiple people are going to be out, which means that there's going to be some sort of good karma for Oscar because he's not had good luck, which means it's his redemption day. So that's maybe how he's going to do it, is he just pits at the right time. Hasn't pitted.
I think his redemption time will come second half of the season.
I fucking hope so. It's painful for me.
Fuck yeah.
It's
Painful for you. It's painful for you. How do you think Oscar feels?
I know. Don't worry, I share it with him.
Stop making it about you.
It's all about you, isn't it? No, honestly. Right. Sophie, it's been a while. Tell us when to stop.
Stop.
And what number? Oh, fuck. This is potluck. Great.
Oh,
Well,
brilliant.
of course it'd be Sophie that brings up
You can have
potluck.
any number you want. Trivia time, by the way.
We'll go number 8.
It's not on there.
Who is the only Formula 1 driver to win BBC Sports Personality of the Year who has never won the World Drivers' Championship?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you were all like, it's BBC Sports Personality of the Year, but has never won the World Drivers' Championship.
What the fuck?
So,
I think I know this.
do you actually?
I think I do.
I've never watched Sports Personality of the
Me
Year.
neither.
Actually, no, I'm telling a lie. I watched it the year Andy Murray won it. Obviously. Who the fuck?
But
That hasn't won. This is mental.
Can I put you in a countdown, please? Because
No,
I've got mine down.
I'm going to be blank, I think.
I feel like
this
we've
is
gone
so
for the same
silly.
person. I feel like me and you have gone for the same person, Heidi.
It can't.
We might have done. Just go for it,
Who am I
Sophie. I
thinking?
don't think you're going to get it.
I'm not going to fucking get it, but you know what? I'll never be him in a million years.
2, 1, flip your board, David Coulthard.
David
David
Coulthard.
Coulthard!
It's not, it's Sterling Moss.
Is it?
It's Sterling Moss. No, wait. Yeah, it's Sterling Moss. I didn't even know
Who did you put? No, wait. Who did you put?
This man.
all the rest stuff.
I knew it can never be him, but I had to put someone down. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I like how we both put David Coulthard. We were like British.
Well, it's like British, but also like very well known British
didn't
and
know-
a good F1
I
driver
didn't know
as
we
well.
did BBC personality, sports personality of the year back then. Liam,
didn't
tell me
realise-
when to stop.
Stop.
Oh, quiz 2. Lewis Hamilton. Here's for winning. Give me a number.
44.
1 to 20.
Oh, alright, so Sophie gets any number, but I get 20.
Oh. Come on.
8.
Fuck's sake. What colour of helmet did Hamilton wear for the 2022 season? Oh.
2022?
Yeah. I don't know if this is the right...
I'm between 2.
Yeah, I am too. We all are. I know we all are. We're all like, fuck, was that the year or was that not? I think it is. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Green.
I said yellow.
I put
Purple.
purple
I
/
think-
yellow because I thought he'd done the mix.
I think he... Hey, yellow. I feel like that's cheating.
Well, no, because I thought, well, he usually mixes the colours, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'll just put down, I've got a point.
I knew that was the year he changed from purple.
You're not taking, you said yellow, purple, you're no getting, because it was either purple or yellow.
No, because
And
he
I
does
was like,
the
he's
both
went-
colours.
No, he doesn't, because he did purple and then he went back to fluorescent yellow, remember, when Lando
thought he-
did fluorescent yellow as well. But
I
Lewis
thought
did
he'd done
kind of
like
like a
the
yellow.
hint. I thought he'd done like the outline of it was like
No,
purple.
because
And
he
that.
went back to in the 2008 helmet, or 2007 one. It was like
Yeah.
original colours. And then Lando was like, oh, you're stealing my colour. Remember that. But I couldn't remember if that was 2022 or 2023.
3.
Oh, fuck, I've opened the wrong page. 1970s.
You're a
I'm
dick.
gonna go 7.
I'm gonna sit out.
Oh, it's true or false. It's true or false.
Oh right, okay, can't go wrong with this.
A record
See.
7 different drivers won the World Championships during the 1970s.
What? Say that again.
True or false? A record 7, so it's record-breaking, 7 different drivers won the World Championship during... So was there 7 different world champions during the 1970s?
Oh, you sure you want to put the answer down, Sophie?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. You put false, I put true.
True.
I think it's true. Somebody's right. 7. True.
True. I sounded more likely in the 80s, but
Okay. Right, do you want to do one more for luck?
fuck it.
Potluck.
Pot luck. So if you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Best of the British.
Ooh!
Woo woo! We've done number 7 before, but you can
Freddie
choose every
Mercury.
other one.
Do 4.
4.
Which Briton won the 1958 Drivers' World Championship despite winning just one race that season? Why did you have to pick that one?
Oh, Sophie, you dick. It's not Paul di Resta.
Can we like cut this bit out and pick another page?
No. Fuck. Because I've scribbled it out now.
Shit.
1958.
I don't know when he raced, but I know it's not.
It's
true.
not
I think
Mansell.
it's not Mansell.
Okay.
It's not.
I don't
it's not
even
one of the
think he's
hills.
British.
I just put in a British driver,
Oh,
and
but
you'll slap me
where-
for this.
Oh, wait. No!
What?
Is it
3, 2, 1.
is it Jim Clark?
No.
Who is it?
I put Jack Hawthorne. It
And
was
it's
Mike
Mike.
Hawthorne.
I put Jim Clark, to be fair.
Oh,
That was
there you
it.
put.
Jim Clark was 60s.
I know, I didn't know.
Very close, Heidi, right? Give us a
Good
break.
fuck.
Fucking 58, 60s, like shut
Sorry,
up!
but I just got the son, not the dad. I'm guessing.
Lol.
So you're still wrong. It's alright. Don't worry, you joined us. You may as well
I'm
be.
gonna choose a nice easy one so we can
fuck
finish on a
off.
high. We're gonna finish on a high. Who won the 2022 Drivers' World Championship?
That was really nice.
Anytime. That's what we should go number 1, basically, guys, just to give you a heads up.
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen.
Woo! Well done, everyone!
Well done,
Ooh,
team.
confidence booster. We know who won 2 years ago. Woohoo.
I know, we should use this one more often.
Yeah.
Page 341. Nice work, guys. Nice to be back.
It is nice
Been
to
a
be
while.
back. It's
Bit of
been
a
a
longer
joy.
episode than we've been doing as well, but you
I
know
know.
what? It's been a
about
while.
20 minutes. It's fine. Ah, dickhead. Sorry, I'm feeling cold for.
Well,
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. The three of us probably will be back next week.
Don't tell me what I'm doing next week, right? Just for that, I'm busy.
Okay, Matt, fuck you then.
I'm on holiday on Monday, but
I'm on holiday Monday.
Bank
What day's
holiday
Monday? Is it the 15th?
yeah.
Oh, I've got the morning off.
And then is it? Oh wait, Hungary's 2 weeks, so yeah, that's fine.
2 weeks.
All aboard the party bus.
Right, guys. See you later.
Bus is stopping.
Bye.
Bye, Pish heads.